How you doing? It
Hey,
feels so
everybody.
good to be back. We
Yes, it
are
does.
done with our summer hiatus, and
Hiatus.
now this is Single in Connecticut, episode 7, Cravin, Some East Haven. My name is John Reynolds, and I'm here with my awesome host,
Allie Weber.
Ellie Weber.
Yes,
Allie, it feels so good to be back.
it
And
does. It's been a quite the break, but this is part deux, everyone.
it
I think
has
that's how you
been.
say it, right?
It's been quite the break. We've been
Yeah.
having such a good time, and we've spent the last couple of weeks exploring some great spots in East Haven, Allie and I, and we want to tell you all about them. So, of course, we think that they make fantastic date spots, and
So we're
you
here to
should
talk
go
about
to
them.
these places. Yeah.
Yep.
So we thought that the way that we should take this show is sometimes we should take an opportunity to highlight a whole town or city because
Give
there's a
some
lot
spotlight
going
to the
on.
local
Yeah.
scene.
It
Yeah.
it's good to shine a spotlight on occasion. And Allie is a little bit more familiar with East Haven than I am.
Yes, I'm from the
So
area. Yes.
yeah, so she was able to show me around, and there was just so many great spots in a small area. So the places that we bring up are, there's more for us to explore still, but you got the guarantee from us on these spots. So the first spot that I wanted to bring up that we enjoyed probably the most and returned to a second time is
Mhm.
Sugar Bakery in East Haven. So this is like the little TikTok video I threw together. Um, let's check this out. Wow. Look at the
It was
goods.
amazing. It was. It
This
looks better in person than it does there. To be honest with you.
look
Yeah.
at those cupcakes. I went hard on those cupcakes after. I have
I
to
took
be
my time with
honest.
them. I took
Yes,
my
and
time because they were very. I heard they were extravagant and well
they
worth
are
the wait.
extravagant.
So I like
And
ate a
they
little bit at a
were.
time. Like one
They
was like a
were.
one meal, and the other one was another meal.
Yes. Yes, they were.
But I gotta say, they offer cupcakes, but they offer all types of things. Like they
All
have cakes,
sorts.
cookies, and candies. They personalize all those things. I think like a lot of those things. They offer personalized services for people. They offer, yeah, it's a great option for like special occasions. But also, I have to say, a highlight of my stop there was the macarons. And I don't know how you say
Yes.
it, but I'm pretty sure that's how you authentically say that word. So
Yes.
I'm gonna say that was so good for me, and it was they're a little pricey. They're 250, but they're worth it. But the cupcakes are more of a if you want to get more for your buck, probably.
Yeah,
But
I really enjoyed them as well, Allie. And check them out right here. Like, look at all cake batter, lemon. I had the strawberry one.
I
There's
had like a
just
peanut
so
butter
many.
one, and we had an Oreo one that we both got. We both got separate ones, but because they were so good, twice I think.
Yeah, now look at all of this stuff, all of these goodies right here. Chocolate covered everything.
They have everything you could possibly imagine there. Chocolate
I'm a
covered
big
everything besides Twinkies.
Now, I personally am a big chocolate covered Oreo fan, Allie. Did you know that about a year ago or so, I got really into making chocolate covered Oreos? And I think that I have made some of the best chocolate covered Oreos ever. And I really wanted to try theirs to, weigh the two. Um, even though this place is very good, they've won Cupcake Wars, so of course I really wanted to try their cupcakes out, and they did not disappoint. Um, So what else did we? Oh, and of course they have all sorts of different kinds of candy, anything that you could possibly imagine. There's the
Oh my
picture
god,
of
everything.
it.
Yeah,
That was an amazing bite. I think
macaron.
you get two, three bites out of it, but incredible. I don't know
I
how
had the
they make
dulce
them
de
so
leche
good.
one.
You did. I wish I got
It
a
was
picture of
so
that one,
good.
but I
It was
did
so
not.
good. It had like a little bit of caramel in the middle, and it was covered with like I don't think it was caramel like cookies. I don't know what you call that. Two
Yeah.
pastries with cream in the middle. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I guess these
Fucking good.
things are really
Popular
they
in
could be
Britain
yeah, they're popular, but they're
and
also very
Europe.
difficult to make too. So I applaud people who can do these well, and they make them look gorgeous, and everything just comes together perfectly for the best little bite. You know, so people in other countries that aren't America enjoy a nice little treat. You know, like one of these, they'll have one of those, and that's it. You know what I mean? But us
Everything's in
over
moderation. Yes.
over there, yeah. So that was fantastic. So, and here's another picture of the cupcakes that we got the last time we went there. This was the peanut butter Oreo cupcake right
Yeah, it
here.
was amazing. That was the best one I've had there.
I think
I
that
think
was
it
one of
was,
my favorites too. The way the peanut butter cake went
yeah.
with the cream, the
Yeah.
peanut butter cream with those chips that they have in there. Are those peanut butter chips or caramel chips? I
No,
don't
I thought they
remember.
were like I thought that it tasted like peanut butter. Yeah, like peanut
Yeah,
butter like cookie dough almost. It was
that would make
crazy. It just
sense.
tasted so good.
It was incredible. The other one next to it, the strawberry shortcake cupcake, that one was also very good. The Oreo one though, I
Those were
highly
good. We
recommend.
got that twice, didn't we?
We got that twice because and we
Yeah.
got and the previous time we went, we got one before. We got one and we enjoyed it so much we split it. We're like we need to have one.
Yeah,
We need to
exactly.
get our own special cupcake because it was that good. So definitely check Sugar Bakery out. I highly recommend getting a 4-pack the first time, but take a second when you walk in there because you're going to be overwhelmed by all the cupcakes. There's just so many cupcakes. Just take a second, look at them all, see which ones you really want, pick them out, and and come back and try some new ones because they have new ones all the time. So I
They had
really can't.
cannoli cupcakes.
Yes, yes, they do have
They
cannoli
didn't. I don't think they
cupcakes.
had them when we were there, but they do have
No,
those.
I think they had them the first time. We didn't get them the first time. Regretted not getting them the first time. But they didn't have them the second time. But I bet you they'll have them the third time when we come back because they got a rotating schedule of cupcakes.
Okay, fun
So
fact about them though. They were
yeah,
featured on the Food Network's Cupcake Wars and won it in
yeah,
2010.
yeah,
Isn't that
they did.
cool?
Oh, it was
In
2010.
2010. In 2010,
Okay,
yeah.
I think it was
It was
season 2, so it was early on in the show.
yeah, yeah.
And when we talked to the guy was saying people come from all out to try that place. So that was pretty cool.
But yeah, they highlight the chocolate peanut butter and the cannoli cupcakes.
Yeah,
That's
very
everywhere I
good.
look.
Oh, I see why they do that. All right,
That's
so
a good stop.
let's
We'll see you
check
soon,
out.
Sugar Bakery.
Let's check this spot out right here.
So this looks like
Another
a
sweet
cool
spot.
spot.
Yes, it was indeed a cool spot. Not just any cool spot, a gelato spot.
Oh, it is Brielli's. You're right.
Brielli's, yes. So
Brielli's.
that's how it's pronounced, Brielli's. It's a very brand spanking new gelato spot over in East Haven. It's been around for a little bit more than a month now. A lot of people seem to like it. We certainly liked it. We had the s'mores gelato when we went. And I'm going to play the video for you right now. That's Allie trying it.
Oh my god.
Well, I think she liked it.
Sorry, I was
I think
embarrassing.
that
Oh
well,
my god.
I was thinking the same thing. It was very good. It's homemade. It's legit. Go check them out. So there is lots of Italian fun in East Haven because East Haven
I
has a
mean,
very large Italian population. So it only makes sense that the food would reflect that. So another awesome classic spot that's been around I think more than 40 years, De
yep.
Palma's in East Haven.
Family owned and
So
operated. Yep.
family owned and operated. So all right, the first week we Allie and I went to De Palma's and we had some pasta. I had just regular spaghetti and meatballs. That was very good. And she
Linguine with
had
mussels.
linguine with mussels, and that was very good. The lady highly recommended the waitress recommended the mussels because she was feeling seafoody with her pasta. It was that or oysters,
Yeah.
right?
I recommend
Yeah.
she's no, it was clams, and she said the
No
mussels over the
clams.
clams. I was so
Yeah.
confused. I was like, really? And
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I'll go with that then. And it was. I do not regret it.
Yeah. And so we opted to get an appetizer that time because when in Rome, right? And we
Yeah,
we didn't get a whole lot. I think we got was it two or four or three? How many wings did we get? I think maybe it was just two, right? And you had the flat
yeah,
and I had
because
the
I only eat the
drumstick.
flats. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll eat the drumstick. I like the drumstick.
Well, once in a while,
So
yeah. I mean, yeah.
yeah. So but
But they were amazing,
they were incredible. You should try
incredible.
them.
And I asked around. I forgot to tell you this. I asked
Yeah.
around, and people said yes, they're known for their wings. But like, I didn't see anything about them on the website. But they were good.
I didn't read about them beforehand. I just found out about them through you, and they were one of the first spots nearby that we checked out, and
Apparently,
it
the best in
was
town. Yeah.
they did not disappoint at all. And they're known real they're a pizza spot, and we decided not we just weren't feeling pizza that night.
But I
But
like the
the
wings better than I probably would
yeah,
have liked the yeah. Well, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. We had
The
the
wings
pizza.
just they were really good. And when we went and we had the wings, we got the hot wings because they have buffalo, they have hot, and they had barbecue or something else, something like
Something like
that.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. So highly recommend the hot wings from De Palma's and the pizza
Yes.
too. The pizza is New Haven style, of course.
Huge medium. You're kidding.
No.
That's the biggest medium I've ever seen. I thought that was a large for sure.
That's my obnoxious voice, but yeah.
That's just your voice, and it's an awesome voice. And you're right. It's huge.
That's a medium, guys.
That's a medium, and it was plenty. It was plenty for both of us. I don't even know if we finished it, but it was good. It was very good. We got quite a few wing. To be honest with you, we went there for the wings. The set we got a whole bunch of wings. We mostly had the wings, and but I had to try the pizza because when in Rome again, right?
When he stayed
Very
them.
good, very good. If I
When
could
in stayed
recommend any place in East Haven like doesn't really come up too often when people bring up pizza. And that's a real shame because I think De Palma's deserves to be in the running for what we experienced, especially when it comes to New Haven style pizzas. So, and they're old school too. This isn't a place where you can order online. You have to call it in. All right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's worth it though. It's worth calling in or it's worth going down there. They got those old school wooden booths over
Very
there.
rustic. Yeah.
Very 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 rustic. So, great experience at De Palma's. Great place to have a date because if you go at a time like at the time that we went, there weren't too many people around, not too many people eating over there at
But it's
least
a
not
cozy
we didn't.
atmosphere. It was
Very
nice. Like
cozy.
just and
It's very
the
cozy.
service was great.
It
They
was
were
very
honest with
attentive.
you. Yeah.
And what's great about it, what makes it a great date spot, is you can hear the other person talking. You really want to be able to listen.
Oh, they separate the booths like yes,
Yeah.
extensively. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah,
Like
it's pretty
not right next to each other.
separated.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're not all over the other person, so you can hear each other, and that's great
like
because
Sally's and Pepe's.
yeah. So we also went to another pizza spot, and I really gotta shout it out to this spot over here, Nikki's. Right? That's what it was called,
Yep, Nikki's
Nikki's.
place.
Nikki's
Yep,
Place.
I
So
believe.
these are the wings from Nikki's Place for the people who are watching on YouTube and Rumble and Facebook. You can see we've got displayed. If you are not following us on there, please take a moment to search us either on Rumble, YouTube, or Facebook and hit follow. We'd appreciate that so much. But yes, take a look at these wings. These wings were great. Of course, I gave her Allie my flats because she likes the flats.
That's hilarious. I
So
didn't know you got a picture of
yeah, so I got a picture of that. That they were good. I really liked their wings. Everything came out really fast. We had good service over there. The only thing I want to say about them is you just you can't have a great conversation over there because the
that. It was
music is pretty
extremely
loud.
loud. Yeah, I gotta
Yes,
say that's my one thing. They
and
were
there's
good. Their wings were good.
yeah,
I'd probably rate them at like a 7
very
or
very good food. 7.5,
yeah,
8.
yeah.
Honestly, they were crispy though, so I would say that night is
Oh,
probably yeah,
seven and a
definitely an
half.
8.
7.5.
Seven and a
Okay.
half, you think? Okay, all
Yeah,
right.
7.5. That's
So
pretty good.
it
8, you gotta be pretty good. I got an 8.
so if you're in East Haven, I gotta tell you, De Palma's and Nikki's are pretty good safe spots for wings. All right. So and the other we went to some other places too that we want to bring us. So I especially am a big fan of the breakfast date. All right. I love waking up early and going out to a nice cozy breakfast spot. And I gotta say, we've been to some, not all the spots around the breakfast spots are super amazing, but we went to some that were. I'd say there were two that we had really good experiences at. The first one we went to, we're not going to say the name because we don't
No,
want.
it didn't. No.
Maybe they were short staffed because it looked very good. It looked like they had really good breakfast sandwiches, but it was
There
a
was one
spot
waitress
that
for the whole place. Yeah.
yeah, there was one waitress for the whole place, and she could hardly come up to you, and it was just it wasn't ideal, and the portions were questionable, and I gotta tell you, I'm a real stickler about my toast, and the way they did their toast, I don't know if they always do their
Oh,
toast,
it wasn't
but
toast. It was bread, lightly
it was
heated up,
bread with yeah, lightly heated up bread with some butter on top that wasn't
barely
melted in.
melted.
And I got to tell you,
Yeah.
that melted in butter makes all the difference in the world for toast. It makes it
And
soft. It makes
that's
it
what we
fluffy and
got.
delicious. And yeah. So
We
that
finally
kind of was a
got
little
it.
disappointment. So we're not going to name that spot, but hopefully it was just a one off.
No,
I,
but no. Well, like we tried a different place though. That was cool.
Yeah, but so then the second place we went was to the East Haven Village restaurant.
Oh yeah, that place. Yeah,
It was the East Haven
Village. It's either the Village Family. You have something in front of you. I can tell. Yeah.
East Haven
Village Family Restaurant.
East Haven Village Family Restaurant.
Yeah,
That's a mouthful.
and I got
We're
some kind of omelet. It was delicious.
yeah.
It was like a diner.
Yeah. It's very
It was
good.
good.
Family owned. You could tell the people there care. Very attentive service. Very nice service. Fair prices, I would say, and great
Yes.
portions. So I would
Yep.
go
That's
check
where I would
them
return.
out if you're curious. They are definitely a safe bet. I'm checking
I've
Google
had a
right
turkey
now for
burger
them,
there. Very good.
and Google has them as a 4.5 with 428 Google reviews. So again,
Oh,
they've
that's
been
good.
around for a while. Yes, very good. And you can order online from them too. So, and This other spot that we want to bring up. Oh wait, let me pull it up.
Route 80.
Route 80
Route 80.
Cafe.
That place was
And
the best breakfast place we tried, I think, by far.
yeah, you really liked it.
Yeah. I thought the like it's very important that you get melted cheese in your omelet, not an omelet with cheese in it. Like
I
there's a
agree.
difference. Like they sometimes just give it to you like, well, it's just what you said. You wanted an omelet with cheese, but it's not melted. No. This place was awesome. I got an asparagus omelet. It was perfectly well done. The asparagus was perfectly cooked. Oh, I have nothing but good things to say about this place.
Yeah, it's an amazing. It's a good place, you know.
And it's retro and has a cool little theme going on there. Generous portions, cozy atmosphere. Like it was cool.
Yeah, and I really liked. Okay, so some of these pictures are okay. This is a more recent. Well, this is from 2013. That was really good. Their pancakes are very
It's,
good.
it says
Oh,
rustic atmosphere. I thought it was more retro. I guess it was rustic retro.
yeah, but here, I mean, you can drive right by it. I gotta say, they don't have a sign that really stands out.
Oh, there's
So
no marketing or
l-
advertising.
it,
Yeah,
so it would be cool if they did do that. But to be honest, they probably
you could.
don't have to do that. I mean, that's not, I don't think they had now serving breakfast and lunch when we were there. This was, I think, taken shortly after they opened. But yeah,
But
Route
they're a very
80
popular
Cafe.
breakfast and lunch spot. Yes.
So good and very well deserved. There were a lot of people around there, but it's still a cozy atmosphere where you can hear the other person. So it's a great spot for a breakfast date. I really, really, really enjoyed my chocolate chip pancake and
Mhm.
eggs and bacon and the coffee that they had. Everything came out great. And look at their toast. It's actually toast. They toast their toast.
Oh my God, that's how we love it.
That is how
That's how we
we
like
love
it.
it. We like our toast toasted.
Yeah,
But
some kind of like
that's a
like
real pet
char
peeve of
to it.
mine. Like I'm telling you, if you can't toast your toast, you're losing some brownie points here.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
but
Oh, that was
they're a great
awesome.
spot. I think out of all the breakfast spots we've experienced in East Haven so far, Allie and I have enjoyed this spot the most. So go check out Route 80 Cafe if you're looking for a nice breakfast date. It's a good spot.
Yes, that was a great spot. I think we should
Yes.
make note of one place that we haven't mentioned,
What?
and it's called Stop and Go. And I'll tell you why. Because I was talking to a friend today, and they were talking about how this place is like we went there for breakfast sandwiches. They're amazing, but I want to reference them as a great place for lunch and dinner. They have chicken cheesesteaks. If you're looking for a good chicken cheesesteak, go to Stop and Go. It's a Krausers. It's Krausers. It
It's
sounds
like a
like some
crowd.
place that wouldn't be.
A
Yeah,
it's like a
but I gotta
Krausers.
say that is my place. But someone was like, "You should mention that place today," and I was like, "You're right." Another a local, and I was like,
It
"You know what? You're
They
right."
are very good. I mean, they got 30 reviews. They're 4.0,
Yeah,
and
they're outstanding. You can get whatever
they were
you can
very
ask
good.
for anything like to your order, and they'll just put it on there. And they'll, like we got like egg sandwiches with jalapenos and whatever
Yeah,
you
they
wanted
really
on
came
there.
through.
Yeah, but their chicken Philly cheesesteak is what I recommend there from there. But it looks like a dumpy little plaza, like not plaza, but dumpy little convenience store.
Yeah, right outside.
It's not
But
though. It's actually
there's a
hidden
lot.
in
Look,
there.
they got the boar's head meats and cheeses, which I know they recently had a recall, but for the most part they're really good and they don't have problems. So, and they usually have really high quality. So, and I know a lot of people who will only have boar's head deli meats. But so they got the boar's head deli meats over there. They
Oh
have
my
some
god, it's
great
amazing.
hot
And they have
sandwiches too. I
the full
Yeah.
lineup of cheeses.
What do you
Yeah.
usually get over there, Allie?
I get the Philly chicken cheesesteak or like a chicken, bomb, whatever you call it. Or I'll get a hamburger, and because the hamburgers are really good.
Yeah. And it's a good spot. And they have
And they
like
have good
one
chicken
seat
cutlet too.
so you could like
Yeah.
sit and wait for
It's very
your food.
East
It's pretty
Haven.
chill, laid back, and you very customizable on the sandwiches. They'll make it any way you want it, fresh, hot. I love places like this
I
because
do
they really
too.
serve the community. They come through at any time of day. Or they open really late too?
Till 9 or 10, I believe. Yeah.
Okay.
Or
All right.
not 11, but probably 10. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, yes, that was very good, and that was worth mentioning, Allie. I agree. So, but another thing that I wanted to mention, I wanted to start adding some memes or some internet stuff to this show as it relates to dating, because there's a lot that I come across all the time, and I want to share it. And what better place to share it all than on this podcast? So I think it's great. Some of these subreddits on Reddit. I'm not huge on Reddit every day, but there's some that I subscribe to that really get me laughing and going. And I guess some of these can be put under the dating don'ts. All right, so don't do this. It's a bad idea. It's a bad idea because if you do this, you come off as a creep. All right, so I am on the Bumble subreddit right over here. And this happened after our first date. I thought he was going to say something sweet, but nope. And he said, "Do you want some unnecessary honesty right now that you may find interesting or completely
God.
uninteresting?" And you could tell right then and there that you're going to get something cringe, something bad, something awful that's just going to
And then she's
blow all of
clearly
his
nervous.
chances. And she responded to him.
Uh-huh.
So maybe the date didn't go too horribly, but she's like, "What's the unnecessary honesty you need to say? Haha. Feel free to tell me to shut up if you don't want to hear about it, but I'm still so damn horny, and I'm literally, yeah, yeah." So he's just describing what he's doing for our listeners, and our viewers can see what he said, and it's gross. It's nasty. Don't
I
say this
mean,
shit.
this is what my meet me
You
inbox
you
looks like a lot of
you,
time.
you get a lot
Like
of creeps in your meet me inbox,
like
don't you,
but no,
Allie?
no, to be honest with you, they don't say things like this, but they'll start off with, "You want me to be completely honest with you?" And then I
Yeah,
know what they're gonna
no, I
say.
don't.
So I don't actually answer. But that's exactly how it starts off with, "Do you want me to be honest with you, or do you want me to tell you something like truthfully?" Like
Do
so I know what they're gonna say. So I
you
just
want
don't
me to
answer.
tell
I
you
know that
something that's going to make you really uncomfortable?
yeah, so I just don't respond. Well, I
That
don't
makes
anyways, but
sense.
yeah.
So don't do that. It's probably not a good idea to bring up
Women hate
sex
that.
like that.
Women
Women
hate
hate
that.
that. And if this guy was doing okay, he absolutely blew that in some of the reactions. Brother, please don't. And she's like, my reaction, did you find it, Goose Fart 3003 said, did you find it interesting or completely uninteresting? And she said, I haven't replied to him since. Completely uninteresting. And then someone named Pouty Bitch says, men ruin it so easily. Always looking for a chance to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory, says Spicy Must Flow. And Prize Individual 9430 says, what was he really expecting? Well, why don't you come back and pick me up? Ha ha ha. I think some people do expect stuff like that.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh,
Sounds about
and then,
right. That's gonna be
and
mixed
then
reviews here.
yeah, and then just saying unnecessary honesty, going to document that phrase as code for about to say something sexual and off the wall.
Can I be completely honest here? Like that's what that says. Can I be completely honest? Like, just like you're prepared for the worst when someone says that. Don't say that. Just say, "I'm going to tell you something right now," and then just say
Yes.
it.
And then he's like, but what causes this? There's no way this is a normal, regular guy. Something happened to him, or he has been poisoned by porn so much that this is
He's
how
been
he
poisoned by
interacts
porn.
now. No, that's a real thing, Allie. People really, it messes people up big time. It gives people unrealistic expectations, and it turns people into creepos that think that it's okay to bring up. Like, oh, maybe if I bring it up like that, it'll end just like in that porno I just watched. But, and then Bananas Please says, as a woman on the apps, this is sadly common. Not normal, but common. So that is awful.
It is
And
probably common. It doesn't happen to me a lot, but I get the whole like, "Can I be honest here?" like question.
yeah, it's like, no,
So I'm like,
no,
I'm not going
don't.
to answer it. Don't. Or you know what's scary? And then I don't
Yeah,
answer that either.
yeah. So I guess on another dating don'ts, another thing that I came across on the Bumble subreddit was this: guy says he doesn't do dates. Now I've met people like that. They're like, "Oh, I've never gone on a date. Just hanging out and things just happen." You know, a lot of women don't like that. It's creepy for people to invite you right to their place for the first time. Allie, do a lot of guys try to do that to you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what, like, say they're not interested in a date? Yeah, but like actually try to have me over. Um, is that what you mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
yeah, more like I get asked to movies a lot.
well,
Like that.
I that's not as weird. I would say the movies is kind of a common place to bring someone for a first date, because and it's at least a public place where other people will probably be around. But if they're trying to watch the movie at their place, that's a whole nother story.
And then like,
Um,
what's after? What are they expecting after the date? Like in this kind of
exactly, right?
instance.
Yeah, yeah. So it's kind of, and so this person, the OP, said this just
Original
screams
poster.
hookup to me. Yeah, yeah. The OP. What's your opinion on a man saying he doesn't do dates and says his idea of seeing if there's a connection is to stay home, chill, and drink wine? This just screams hookup to me. Personally, I think at least the first 3 times of meeting should be in a public place. I think that's fair. Don't you? First
Absolutely,
3.
friggin' yes.
I mean, there is no strict rules of dating, but I would say it's a pretty safe assumption that a lot of people would be cool with at least meeting in public a few times before taking it to your apartment or your place or their place,
Especially if you've never met.
whatever,
Yeah.
your house, whatever. Yeah, especially if you've never met, because it's just telling them that maybe all you want to do is hook up. So this was a guy talking to a lady, and the guy is in the gray. For our viewers, the guy is in the gray. I mean, for our listeners and viewers, I guess the guy is in the gray and the lady is in the purple. I think, I don't think they're on Bumble here. They might be on Hinge. That looks like Hinge to me, because Bumble's got a different look to it. So uh, this guy goes, yeah, not into dates and all that. It's just too formal for me. Just looking to
Oh
have
my
fun and
god.
flow form, a connection if it's there, and take it from there. Smiley face. And then she
It's just
says,
afraid of
haha.
commitment.
So what do you do to take a girl out? We usually just chill at home, drink wine, watch a movie, talk, cuddle, smiley face, enjoy each other's company, go from there. With time, feel more comfortable and move forward if connection is there, of course. And then the lady says, "Oh, I see. I've tried that before and it doesn't work out. Usually it turns into a hookup, which I'm not looking for, LOL." And he goes, "Look, first, it's not fair." And he spells fair wrong. He spells fair FARE. So if you're trying to communicate with people online, I gotta tell you, it does not
Make
hurt
sure.
to have
Uh,
decent grammar.
no,
People
he's so
like,
angry he can't spell right. He's losing all
yeah,
reasoning.
it looks dumb. All right, it doesn't make you look bad if you got some grammar. Just show that you got some basic elementary skills and comprehension. So it's just look, first it's not fair that you compare me to someone else. I don't know what happened with other people, and it doesn't mean I am like that. And I am not closed to anything. If we have a good connection, we like each other, there's no reason for it to stay in the hookup zone or however you want to call it. My end goal is relationship. Don't judge this by past experience. Judge by how we will be together. That's what I think. And then she says, if your end goal is a relationship, then wouldn't you want to make more effort for a first, second, third time and meet up somewhere instead of being at home? Women need to think of safety and not just go to someone's house they've never met before. Just something to think about, which is a good point. Because now, all the time, I see people are really worried about their safety because you hear about all these awful stories, and usually it'll start by someone meeting somewhere online or on dating for the first time, and then the worst thing happens. So nobody wants that to become them. And she goes, I understand, but it's too formal for me. "Oh, it's too formal." I'm sure if you give me a try, you will see how comfortable I can be. And LOL, I'm not going to kidnap you. Don't worry. That doesn't help. I don't know. He's
Sorry,
like,
I'm just
don't
reading
worry. I'm not going to kidnap you. That's
That's
just
funny.
not a, that is not a great way
He's a Rico
to,
Suave
to
over here.
flirt.
Look at that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
And,
that's not how you go about it. I mean, like, at least be like, you know what? Like, I'm willing to get to know you, but these are my, be flat out about it. Like, be like upfront about it and don't like try to cover it up with, but I really want to, like, oh, come back to my place. Like,
yeah.
don't try to make it into something don't try to trick a woman. You know what I mean? Don't try to trick a woman into
Yeah.
thinking that they're going to get into like a comforting, like, not a relationship, but like a back and forth with you when it's not going to amount to anything. Don't
Yeah.
trick a woman into that.
I agree.
So that's what I think of
So,
that.
one last thing. This was kind of an interesting point, and someone was saying that I'm seeing this more and more lately. And if these guys are so burnt out from dating that they don't even want to try anymore, and then
They
they're like,
are though.
"Well, I think we're all burned
Yeah,
out,
they
but I'm still not
are.
gonna put myself in potentially." Yeah, I think burnout kind of could be the cause of some of this stuff, where people are like, "Oh, I'm just gonna skip the formalities and see if
They're
he
either
just wants
bitter
to
or they give
bang."
up or they just try to take the short route. It seems like, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just I'm glad I'm not like that.
No, you're not like no. You're a good boy,
Ugh.
Johnny. These are
Thanks,
just the
Allie.
wackos online. You're not a
I
wacko
really need.
online.
Oh, thanks. What a great compliment. You hear that, everybody? I'm not a wacko online. Are you sure about that, Allie?
No, yeah, yes. I mean,
All right. All right. Well, everybody, I want to thank you again for listening to us. We're episode 7, available in all sorts of places besides Spotify, Apple, Amazon, etc. We're, like I mentioned before, we are on Facebook, we're on Rumble, and we're
did you
also
say
on
YouTube?
YouTube.
Yeah.
Yes, YouTube. So please give us a follow on all of those platforms if you are there. We're trying to increase our following, and then within the next couple of episodes, I believe we're gonna have some guests. And one thing that Allie and I were talking about, which we think would be fun and which we wanted to share with all of you, is we want to do a singles panel. All right. So if you're listening and you want to be part of this panel, please let us know. Now, we can have up to 10 guests on here. So I think maybe we should have groups of 3 or 4, but I want to have the same amount of men and women on the show so we can get ideas from both sides on things. You know what I mean? I feel like that'd
Yeah.
be fun.
That's
So
that's equal and fair.
so if you're listening now and you're interested, let us know. We might pick you. Don't be butthurt if we don't.
Yeah.
But,
Jeez.
yeah. So, all right, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you for tuning in.
Thank
You're
you
the
for
best.
tuning in. You are the best.
We'll see you next episode with something great.
Yes. Stay single, everyone.